Welcome students. In last lecture we have seen what is actually the IP video, IP audio and IP video. In IP video we have seen in detail what are the different things they are related to the IP video, different video compression techniques, what are the different video file formats, different what is actually the process that we are performing into the IP video technology that we have seen everything, that's a digitization of the particular video, then how that video is digitized, how that video after that how we are performing the quantization, after that how the video is being converted into the IP internet packets, everything we have seen in the last lecture. Now today let's move to the next point, that is IPTV. Let us see what is actually the IPTV. The full form of the IPTV system, it is Internet Protocol Television System. In this IPTV system, it is a system through which the television services are being delivered using the Internet Protocol suite over a packet switch network such as Internet, instead of being delivered through the traditional terrestrial or satellite signal and cable television formats. Means instead of this cable television format, satellites, traditional terrestrial network, we are not using anything like that. We are delivering, or we are making the telecasting whatever the we want to telecast on the television by using the Internet Protocol suite over a packet switch network. That is what we are using in this IPTV system. That IPTV system can be classified into number of groups. The classification can be done like live television and time shifted television and video on demand. What is live television? With or without interactivity related to the current TV shows. That is how live television, nowadays we can watch the live television by using this IPTV system. And next is time shifted television. In this, it catch up the TV, it replaces a TV shows that was broadcasted hours or days before. Whatever the shows that were telecasted on that particular date, that can be catch up by this television, and that are being telecasted whenever there is a need of the particular client. Whenever the client want to watch that particular show, then it can be telecasted or broadcasted. Next was video on demand. As we have seen in the last unit, what is actually video on demand? In video on demand, we can browse a catalog of videos. They are not related to the TV programming. Means whatever the channels we are having in on the TV programming, there are different shows, that shows being broadcasted. Okay, that shows being broadcasted. Instead of that shows, whatever shows are being broadcasted on the different channels, instead of that television shows, we can watch another shows or another things that we want to watch. There is a catalog being provided or a list particular being provided regarding to that project, and that is being provided to us, and whatever we want to watch, we can demand for that particular content, and there will be some extra charges for that particular video on demand concept. Here in this case of IPTV, this IPTV is different from the internet televisions by the mean we can say that ongoing standardization process, that is for example we can say European Telecommunication Standard Institute, and it is preferential development scenario in a subscriber based telecommunication network. Historically, many of the different definitions of IPTV that have been appeared, including the elementary streams over the IP network, transport streams over the IP network, and number of proprietary system over this IP network. This is what there is a advantages, or this is how IPTV is somewhat different than the internet televisions that are being used nowadays. Let us discuss one of the definition of the international definition of the IPTV that is approved by the International Telecommunication Union, which focuses on the groups of IPTV. That is IPTV. It is defined as a multimedia service such as television, video, audio, or text, graphics, data. They are delivered over IP-based networks. They are managed to provide the required level of quality of services and experiences, security, interactivity, and reliability. This is what the definition that was given by the International Telecommunication of Union. One of the more some more groups have defined the IPTV, and that is it is given by the Alliance for Telecommunication Industry, that is ATIS. IPTV exploratory group on the 2005, it is defined as the IPTV is a it is defined as a secure and reliable delivery to subscribers of entertainment, video and related services. These services may include, for example, live televisions, video on demand and interactive TVs, that is ITVs. These services are delivered across an access agnostic packet switch network that employ the IP protocol to transport the audio, video and control signals. In the contrast to this, to video over the public network with IPTV deployments, network security and performance they are tightly managed to ensure a superior entertainment experience, resulting in a compelling business environment for content provider, advertisers, and customers alike. This is what the definition that is given by the some of the different, that is alliance of telecommunication industry. It is a detailed definition of IPTV, by which we will get an exactly idea what is actually the IPTV and how we are what are the different modes that we can use in IPTV, that is video on demand, live TV and time shifted televisions. How these three things can be used over that IPTV, that is defined here in this definition. One more definition for customer IPTV, that is for a single or multiple program transport system, that is MPTS, which are sourced by the same network operators that owns or directly controls the last mile to the consumer's premises. This control over the delivery that enables a guaranteed quality of services and also allows the service provider to offer an enhanced user experiences such as better program guide, interactive services, etc. This is one more definition. By this number of definition, you can get the exactly idea regarding to that particular IPTV concept. In commercial environments, IPTV distributes the live TV, video playout channels, and video on demands. All these things are provided by the IPTV. IP television system that can be connected by viewers to the media sources also, and media sources can also be located anywhere in the world. This is what a one more advantage of the IPTV. All that is needed here to provide the high quality television channel, that is media server. Okay, we need a media server or 2 mbps or 4 mbps data connection, that is also needed for the purpose of connection of media server, and a viewing device where we can view, or where we can see what is actually the device that is connected, and some of the channels that may be provided free of charge and others require payment for viewing option. There are two types of channel that are being telecasted or broadcasting the different programs or shows on this particular IPTV. That is for some channels we are giving some of the we are paying some money for some of the channels, and some are free of cost, where for the purpose of video on demand we have to provide or we have to pay somewhat amount that is described or that is defined by the standards of that television before being activated that particular thing on the video demand. As we have seen number of the definition till now, by one of the definition we can say that IPTV, it is a process of sending high quality videos or audio signals in the form of IP packets over the internet. Okay, we are sending simply whatever the video we have captured with the camera, that video is being converted into the IP packets, and we are sending it with the over the internet or other types of data networks. They are being provided by the IPTV distribution unit. Here, audio and video signals they are being converted into the IP packets. Okay. After that, routing information is also added to this. Okay, for the purpose of transmitting that particular signal or particular packets, the routing information is also needed here. That is being added to this IP packet. Thus, the IP packets they are transferred over the internet or the types of data network they are being provided by the IPTV distributors. It is as per the convenience of the IPTV distributors. Okay, getting the proper definition of IPTV. Now, for the purpose of getting IPTV, we will need some of the key parts. What are the different key parts that are needed for the purpose of IPTV? That is viewing device or adapters. That is, we call it as a packets or original information recreation here. The broadband access providers, they are high speed data connection, because we are sending this internet packets or IP packets over the internet. That's why high speed data connection or broadband access providers are also needed here. IPTV service providers, they will that means control between viewing device and content providers. IPTV service providers, that will be the media in between these two. Media content providers, that is what they create programs or information for broadcast of IPTV. These are some of the important parts of the IPTV that will be needed for the purpose of accessing the IPTV. IPTV. All of the devices we have seen now related to the IPTV viewing devices that can be connected to the IPTV programs with a suitable set of boxes, or we can connect it with the media gateway providers also by the IPTV service providers, because for the purpose of getting the content on the IPTV we need the connection of all of these contents or all of these key parts for the purpose of viewing the information or viewing the videos on the IPTV. Here, the IPTV service provider they do some of the things. They help the customers. They find IPTV channels again. Again, they manage the connections between the media sources. They are playing to the content providers. Sorry, they are paying to the content providers. Whatever the content providers, they are paying some money to them for the purpose of getting the content they are being provided by them. Fund collection from the viewers, registration of customers, whoever the customers are coming towards them, they have to register that customer, then and then only whatever the content providers, they can register the users to the content providers, so that whatever the channels being provided by the content provider that can be viewed on the customers on their television set by using this IPTV at their home. Again, this IP service provider, they have to take the billing information from the content providers and media gateways source and charging to the IPTV customers also. Here, the actual billing details, they are being transferred by media gateways to the clearing house, and then they give it to the IPTV service providers also. The content providers who are providing the different channels or different contents on the channel, they provide the movies, news, sports, TV shows, series, episode, and all other multimedia contents to the IPTV users through the IPTV system. Let us see, as you can see in the diagram, it is a IPTV system content flow, IPTV system and distribution scenario. Here in this, the typical IPTV transmission reception flow, that as you can see in the diagram here, the IPTV communication process, this includes the capturing process of the video that we do with the video camera. After that, packetization process, receiver process, then compression process, routing process, decompression process, and decoding process. All these process we are doing throughout the communication, means some of the process being done in the transmitter, while some of the processes they are being in the receiver section for the purpose of transmission or broadcast of the proper video on that particular IPTV. The typical IPTV value chain process, that we can say, first it is having we are creating the IPTV contents here. First, the IPTV content producer section, they provide the movies or shows. Okay, they create that particular content. After that, they carry the IPTV content, where the content aggregator section, we are in that content aggregator section, we are carrying the IPTV content, they are needed for the purpose of transmission. After that, we are using the distribute IPTV content, where in the distribution of the IPTV system, carrier network section, they are distributing the content that we have that have been recorded, that have been transmitted, that is being broadcast, or that have been distributed over the different clients or the peoples they are using this IPTV network. Here, next is viewing IPTV. This view of IPTV, that is particularly done by the clients. They are at the receiver side. They are using the IPTV at their house. The content consumer section here, the views and processes the different things on the IPTV system. As you can see in the diagram here, whatever the video we have captured here by using the camera and by using the mic, whatever the audio we have captured, that is being first digitized by using different blocks here. After that, we are reducing the bandwidth of that particular whatever the content we have recorded, particular audio and video. And after that, packetization process, that is IP address is being given to the each and every packet, and the whatever the content of the video, that is being converted into the number of packets. Packet switching network, there are number of packets in this packet switching network. And after that, at the receiver, packet are being packet capturing section. In this, whatever the packets that have been transmitted or that have been converted, video is being converted into the packet, that is being received at this process. And after that, expanding media sections and media converter section. In this media converter section, whatever the video that we have been compressed and we have been transmitted or we have been converted into the IP packets, that particular video that is being decompressed here and that is being decoded. It means that the video that we have been recorded here, sorry, that video that is compressed and digitized in the transmitter process, that video we are making decompress in the receiver process, while we are converting the IP packets into the original video for the purpose of viewing on the IP television system. This is what the actually IPTV system content flow, whatever the content we are recording at the video, that content, how that there is the flow of that content, how that video is being converted into the IP packet, and again it is being reconstructed from the IP packet that we have seen in this IPTV system content flow.